Hello everyone, Mushroom Farm Tour Part 2. See, we'll start with the preconditioning room. We put the door on, got a big filter on this guy because this is the room that the air is pulled through, so I'd like to get as much stuff out as I can. It's all painted, threw a light up there. This is the wall that gets the hole cut in it, so I'm setting up the humidifier now for this, and I will show you where that goes. Goes into the fruiting chamber, which has been painted and wrapped. So it's got a couple layers of paint and this Tyvek wrapping to protect the walls from the relatively high humidity. It's kept at 80-90% humidity in here. Got the lights set up partially. They're all just on right now. They get connected to a smart controller, but right now they're just on. So I'll cut a hole in that wall and that will be the exit. That's the wall where it comes in. There will be ducting going all the way up and around, or all the way up and along. And along is a plastic tube that gets holes cut in it so that the air is pushed evenly throughout this room and then sucked down into that corner right there and out of the building. That's the fruiting chamber. The refrigerator is pretty much the same, except we also put a light in there. Got some liquid cultures here. These guys it's not actually working as a refrigerator yet. It's just cold enough in the building that I have these set out here so that they slow down because they're growing a bit too fast. You can see that stuff in there, that's mycelium like suspended in water, sugar, and some light malt extract that they really love to grow in. Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of different varieties here. Got some golden oysters, shiitake, or that's chestnut, that's shiitake, king trumpet, piopini, a bunch of others. Yep, this is what is the refrigerator that's getting spray foam insulated here probably next week. These are the hoppers which we use to make the bags. Show you one here. This is an older guy that I retrofitted for rye as opposed to, this was originally, when I was doing this in my house, the only hopper, and it was just a mix of sawdust and soy holes that went up there. And how this works is you press these pedals, if you can hear it. One of these valves opens, the other closes, and it measures out a specific amount, each 1 pound of sawdust and soy holes per press. You let go, this one opens, this one closes, comes out the bottom, there'll be a platform here, the bags come in, and it just dispenses it without me having to measure anything. It also does water, so this is like a water regulator valve, and it just dispenses the correct amount of water directly through it. The water is not yet set up on this guy. Yeah, so moving into the lab. The lab is pretty similar, except we've got the whole hoist and winch system set up. These steamers come up to right about the top of my chest, and I am a little over 6 feet tall, so instead of breaking my back to reach in there and pull up stuff from the bottom, because each of these steamers fits 55 10-pound bags at a time, so instead of that, we do this. Just pulls them straight up, which is a great help for me. Moving on into the incubation room. It's about the same. I think it was getting painted in the last video. Got a whole bunch of racks. I'm gonna need like 3 times as many racks. But yeah, we got some grain spawn going here. These are 4 5-pound bags of all 15 different varieties that we're growing. And so I took those, I sterilized them in the autoclave by setting them at 250 degrees for about 2 hours. I then let them cool down, and then I inoculate them with the liquid cultures. Each of those liquid cultures had like a twin, actually the jars are sitting right there. And that gets poured into here, and you can see we're already getting some decent growth on some of these. This was about 4 or 5 days ago, I think I did this. I did some stuff like that. So the camera sometimes picks up the smaller like pinpoints, like you can see That is mycelium growing on grain. And for most of these, we're just looking for healthy growth, no colors, except for the chestnuts. The chestnuts are orange, sometimes like slightly orange. Yeah, and these will be ready in probably about 2 weeks to either be used to make more grain spawn or to actually be used for production blocks, which some of these will be. Anyways, I think that's most of what we've done in the past month. Added a couple lights over there. Yeah, that's it. So things are coming along pretty good. We'll probably have mushrooms, a small amount, ready in mid-February. It's when the ODA is coming out to do our organic certification. And yeah, so you guys all have a nice New Year. See you later.